Alright, my great people, thank you for joining us once again. Here with us is His Excellency, of course, Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of Labour Party. Thank you, sir, for joining us once again at this moment. It's very kind having you, sir. Alright, my wonderful people, Peter Obi details accounting as a requisite for sustainable governance in the 52nd ICANN conference. I thank the organizers of the 52nd Annual Accountant Conference and especially the 52nd ICANN President, Malam Tajini Musa, for the kind invitation extended to me. I join you today not because I am an accountant, but because we are all fellow believers in the search for a new Nigeria. Also, I can, as a body of accountants, continue to contribute to economic sustainability to the country Nigeria. Today, he says, I will speak briefly on accounting as a requisite for sustainable governance, whether you are involved in corporate, public, government, or forensic accounting. All accountants are fundamentally concerned with financial record. Incompetence in financial record totally distorts extended or intended development. It is therefore logical, that placing Nigeria on the path of economic prosperity will help reduce our national challenges to the barest minimum. Obi says we must therefore put in place sustainable economic policies that will drive economic prosperity in the country. While speaking, he also says, in keeping with our vision of moving the country from consumption to production, we must, he says, pursue sustainable economic policies that will help the nation to remain productive in all fronts and sectors. For his reason, where were for the demonstrative and the demonstratic, the sustainable development goes. Okay, as part of our governance modalities, Obi says that we have a three-tracked plan aimed at achieving goal 12 of the SDG, namely ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns. Second, pursuant to goal 9 of the SDGs, our administration will from its inception continue to encourage investment, infrastructure, energy, transportation, irrigation, and telecoms to grow these and other sectors. All right, we will extend, he says, the frontiers of financial inclusion to ensure that SIMs have greater access to credit to grow. It will work with financial institutions to improve their ability to identify credit-worthy borrowers and support inventory financing, which will help to unlock finance for SIMs dealing with high account receivable. All loans must be, he says, invested in regenerative projects. We shall pursue a drastic reduction in cost of governance and the corruption, improve ease of doing business to attract foreign direct investment to jumpstart industrialization, and when pouring is unavailable or unavoidable, it will be definitely strictly for production. All right, Obi further says that it is also imperative that henceforth we should strive to operate within available resources and strive for a balanced national budget as cost-saving measures. He says, I will have touched on cost of governance and blocking leakages. The efficiency and the credibility of any system, whether an institution or even a government, is closely linked to the credibility of its accounting system. And he says, therefore, where there is disorganization in the growth of any nation, you, he said, will always find discrepancies in the accounting processes. All right, our message of probability, our message of property, our message of probity, equity, innovation, competence through brotherhood, and visionary reconstruction and governance has not, he said, only been embraced by the youth, but has now become too many, their own personal and collective battle to take back our country and rescue it from the difficult times with which we daily struggle. Our president, as our president, one of my priorities will be rule of law and due diligence and promoting intangible asset, which he said are vital component of and component of holistic security. This, he said, will also underpin public sector accountability. My wonderful people, he says, we will also and we will abide by the fiscal responsibility laws. All arms of government will be definitely subject to routine audit. This, he says, will definitely be only and the only way to ascertain the veracity of procurement figures, recruitment, and current and also a concurrent expenses, even constituency project. My fellow Nigerians, Nigeria, he says, is not bereft of good government ideas and plans. Meanwhile, a combination of institutional weaknesses and lack of political will meant that various policies and strategies are poorly implemented, leading to poor outcomes for the people. My last point, he says, would definitely and will be easy have been my first, but he says I prefer not to lead with them. So let me, he says, teach or touch on corruption. It is the issue of corruption and the investment project and the protection. It is, he says, no secret that corruption has been endemic, and one of the biggest obstacles is our economic progress in Nigeria. Corruption is the big elephant in the room. In the past few days, he says, we have seen videos of illegal pipelines connected to national oil pipeline network running for kilometers, where billions of dollars that would have been used for development and welfare have been illegally siphoned away for up to 9 years, according to a report. My wonderful people, it has been so tragic as it is, and what he says that at first expected was that the hierarchy of our top oil management bureaucracy will immediately resign, because without mentioning words, Obi says that this is irrefutable evidence of their incompetence and is not a collaboration. By saying so, my administration Obi says that when we come in, we will tackle this corruption head on. We will, he says, have zero tolerance for corruption. Obi further said that the truth is that the position of accountant in our society today and in our public institution is very vital in checking corruption, especially in government. But it is also true that the position of accountant in our society is also vital in aiding corruption in our society. Meanwhile, if you look at the written financial of regulations in any establishment, you will definitely see water light regulations of auditing, voting, tendering, voucher points, signatories, and other safeguard designed to check embezzlement and corruption. Yet these shape practices and misappropriated sums continue to rise. He said, I understand that there is now a Nigerian record of about 109 billion allegedly embezzled by an accountant. Wow. Well, my wonderful people, Obi said that he knows your profession, accounting profession, is an honorable one. So he said, I do not have to emphasize so much why it is important that you all increase the level of peer surveillance and internal discipline among your ranks. If we cannot properly account for our finances, the country, he says, is finished. Let us as accountants do more to check and stop corruption. Meanwhile, many may God, he says, and many have really been said, as a lot have really been said in this regard, and he said, may God bless the accountancy profession, and I can the noble association of men of figures. God bless our dear country, Nigeria. Okay, that is coming shortly from Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of Labour Party. Okay, I thank the organizers of the 52nd annual accountant conference, and especially the 58th ICANN president, Malam Tijini Musa, for the kind invitation extended to him. What baffles me is other presidential candidate who were also invited who wasn't around, but Mr. President, of course, His Excellency Peter Obi, he made his way into the conference, and here is his speech. Is quite touching. That has been onto this matter, my wonderful people. Well, let me have your take right from your desk. Remember to send your comment, as a lot of reactions here. The time to separate the real from the chief is here. Peter Obi have shown strength, capacity, competence, fitness, willpower, and knowledge and understanding, courageous and wisdom, intelligence, audacity, and not above all to Nigerian to the next level of our collective dreams. We must follow who knows road in come 2023. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Street. That is your take. The man who has the ability to manage resources, who knows how to solve all Nigeria problems, has come, and there's no other person but Peter Obi. Where has this man been? Nigerian, please give this man chance to change things for better Nigeria. We lost this opportunity during the great chief Wolowo. Let us, in one accord, not miss Obi this time around. Okay, it's teaching time says 9, and they say that Nkadenante. Okay, that has been from the Igbo fashion. So let us in one accord. So now this kind of break down and want to make a city boy come talk. Now from there, go carry him straight to hospital. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ken. Everyone is entitled to say whatever they want to say, but the truth remains that God brought him at this point in time to save our darling country, Nigeria. There is no two ways about it. He is God's sent from above, a man with a sincere heart today to save the country, to serve the country, Nigeria, not to come and pack Nigerian money. A man full of wisdom of God. May the God Lord continue to protect our incoming president. I call him His Excellency, of course, Peter Obi, for us in Jesus' name, and God will continue to preserve him. That has been a very good prayer, and my prayer, my wish. God will continue to bless each us, and God help Nigeria via this man, and Peter Obi is our president come 2023. Jesus Christ, this man is truly heaven sent. A lot of reactions, my wonderful people. What are you waiting for? Where has this man been? Nigerian, please give this man a chance to change things for better. We lost this opportunity during the great chief of Wolowo. This time we are going to get it right. Yes, we will. The time to separate the real from the chaff is here. Peter Obi have shown great capacity, competence, fitness, willpower, knowledge, understanding, courage, wisdom, intelligence, audacity, and not to take Nigeria to the next level of our collective dreams. We must follow who knows road to 2023. That has been onto this matter, my wonderful people. Well, let me have your take on this matter. Remember to tap on the subscription button so you'll be getting more updates if you're joining us for the very first time. We appreciate you staying by, and thank you. Remember to be blessed. Just click on the notification button so you're getting more updates. Thanks, and God bless.